I streamed on Twitch for years, on and off, from 2014 to 2025. For a short stint, I also tried streaming on Kick after some dissatisfaction with Twitch as an overall platform, but eventually I ended up going back. The return to the platform was short-lived though, as eventually I decided to move my content over to YouTube. There are a few reasons why I opted to do this, but two major ones really stick out to me. Now, this is actually a video I meant to make a few months back, but I realized in retrospect that the script I made for said video was me being just a massive hater on Twitch. I have been pretty transparent over the past year or so that I've been unhappy with a lot going on over at Twitch, but I wanted to make a constructive video that isn't just born from a place of hate, but instead captures my personal experience and feelings. So, let's get into it. If you've been around my channel for any extended period of time, you will know that I really grew my channel through a little game known as VR Chat. For the better part of about 6 years, I would do a lot, and I mean a lot, of content centered around the world of VR Chat. In this time, I would make use of the quote-unquote assets in which a VR Chat avatar offers. For a long while, this was just the norm. Roughly a year ago, though, I had a moment of clarity and realized that this just wasn't me anymore. I don't really understand what triggered it, but I was just fed up with being an overly sexualized avatar for clicks and views, even if it was working. But that's just the way things are nowadays, as I'm sure many of you know. In the content creation space, degeneracy sells. Specifically in the VR Chat and VTuber spaces. Just for clarity's sake, by the way, I have zero hate toward anyone living that life when it comes to content. If you're comfortable with it and have the goods, by all means, keep killing it, alright? Nothing but respect in that regard. Unfortunately, when I decided that I was no longer going to be doing this, there was a massive drop in viewership and engagement. In truth, I kind of expected this, but I did not expect it to be as aggressive as it was. I can vividly remember the breaking point when one viewer came in and said, "What is this avatar? Can you please switch back? I am not attracted to this at all." Now, this was in regards to the new male avatar I had started using. At this point, I realized it was time for a full reset. YouTube ended up being a fresh start. Now, I did begin to use a female VTuber avatar at the start. I figured I would need some sort of clickbait to get people in, but my current community made me realize I can just be me and not need to do that, and honestly, I'm very thankful for it. Now, this was the problem with Twitch. I shoehorned myself into a cycle of degeneracy for views and lost sight of myself in the process. Unfortunately, I was too deep and too far gone to even attempt to rebrand since people only came for the one thing. Now, to be fair, it wasn't everybody, but I'm sure you understand what I mean by this. The vast majority of people just wanted to see my shit bounce, and I was not offering that anymore. And on top of that, Twitch just doesn't seem to do a very good job of pushing out smaller content creators to people. I genuinely thought that was the norm until I got onto YouTube, and after being consistent for a few weeks, it eventually started pushing my content out to a bunch of new people. And that sort of brings me into my second reason why I left Twitch. Over the years, Twitch has gone from being the premier gaming platform into becoming, to put it bluntly, a cesspool for drama and debauchery. Long gone are the days where you can go live, playing a game, and expect some kind of success. Sure, you can grow maybe by doing other social medias like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and direct them to your Twitch page. But in general, if you aren't connected and farming drama, you're not really going anywhere, it feels like. Now, I gotta come clean. I myself am guilty of indulging in a bit of drama frogging from time to time. In my opinion, it's kind of human nature to want to hear the gossip, especially when you're not involved in it yourself. On top of the drama too, it really feels like politics in particular have really consumed Twitch. And in fairness, it is on YouTube as well, that kind of content's everywhere. But on Twitch in particular, it almost feels like they push it to the front page. Even just by looking at some of the top creators, you can see that the direction of the platform has completely changed. You won't look up there and see them playing a game. More than likely, it is some sort of political conversation or drama farming for views. In a similar fashion to what I said about, you know, degenerate content farming, same thing. If it works, it works. No hate. Do what you do. You know, get the bag, so they say. And as I said, Twitch really pushes this stuff to the front page. And while YouTube does have similar content creators, to be fair, a lot of these content creators do also post on YouTube and other platforms. YouTube does a much better job filtering the content you want to see and pushing it to you. As I said, long gone are the days of just hitting the go live button, sitting down, playing a game, and seeing growth. And that's the thing with YouTube, is you can still find your people as long as you're consistent and get the content out to them. On Twitch, it genuinely feels like, unless you are doing some kind of rage baiting, drama engaging, political content, there's not much there for you anymore. Oh, and of course, the gooner baiting. We can't ignore the gooner baiting, okay? Again, no hate, but hey, it's an option, all right? As I said too, guys, these are just my personal opinions. I'm not sitting here with like data in front of me to show you guys and say, I'm just going based off my own personal perceptions, my own personal experiences with things. So, you know, I'm not the end all be all. I'm not what would we say here? I'm not the law on how this stuff works. I'm just talking from what I see. As I stated, initially when working on this video, it 100% came off as a Twitch hit piece, just a full-blown, I hate this place, let's be toxic. I was salty and angry and blamed Twitch for things, but at the end of the day, while I have my gripes with Twitch itself, a lot of the problems were self-imposed by myself from the start. Yes, the sphere has changed and the vibe on the platform is completely different, but that doesn't directly affect my own channel. Everything there was basically my own fault. That being said though, since getting into the YouTube space and having a mental restart on how I do my content and who I am as a content creator, I've been more motivated than ever to work on things and improve my game. I'm genuinely enjoying going live. I'm enjoying recording content and getting things done. And it's just been such a different positive vibe that I haven't had when it's come to content creation in years. I am very much looking forward towards the future of this channel and our content creation journey. And I appreciate everyone who's found the channel recently and been joining me for this ride. Truly, the support has been wonderful. We have seen exponential growth since starting about 4-ish months ago. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate y'all very much. If you guys did enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you could drop a like on it and leave a comment. Let me know. Do you guys agree with some of the things I said? Do you have your own opinions? I would love to hear them. With that, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for sticking around if you made it to this point. I appreciate you very much. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys real soon, okay? Have a good one, everybody. Thank you.